wanted to make chocolate miniatures for a long time, but I had problems with the execution, with the mold and everything. But my friend Edie gave me the idea to use these press molds here to make Space Marines out of, and there is an orc mold as well. So naturally, we made 2 kill teams, and I built some scenery out of gingerbread and some Christmas decorations, and we fought it out. So let's go! So to glue the terrain bits out of gingerbread together, I had to make some icing. So I separated some eggs. Then you take the egg whites, you add powdered sugar to that mixture and a little bit of lemon juice, and then you whisk it up until the consistency is alright. Then I put it in a little plastic baggie, cut one of the edges off, one of the corners, and then you can squeeze it out. And the plastic baggie makes it so that it doesn't dry up and there's no lumps, because that stuff dries really quickly. Yeah, thankfully my mom helped me out with the baking there. You could see her hands in the video. Yeah, I'm not a baking expert, so I have no idea how all that stuff works. Yeah, so it's completely new for me. I only know about plastic. Then for the walls of the ruined houses, I take some gingerbread house kits. They are really easy to work with when they are still right out of packaging, but they dry really quickly. So after 1 hour, 1.5 hours, they are already beginning to be really brittle and dry. So you have to be quick about this if you ever build a gingerbread house. And then you glue them together with some icing. And there's some nice decorative gummy bears and like Smarties things and sugar decoration in that as well. And then I got them out of the bags, and then I broke off some walls and I glued them together with icing. That smells good. As I said, you cut the corner off and you can squeeze it out the plastic bag, and yeah, you have to use a little bit more, and it's like squeezing out on the sides everywhere, but who cares? It's icing, it's fine. And that stuff then dries, and then the pieces of the building hold together. I wanted to do it without a floor before, but the floor made it much more sturdy, and it looked cool because the other side of the gingerbread kind of looks like destroyed or burned by the ravages of the 41st millennium. Kinda works. Kinda works. But one ruined building is not enough. I had to make a bunch more. So I made some little barricades, some buildings, some corner buildings, and I even started on a 2-tiered tower as well. I wanted to make it 3-tiered, but it would have been too high, so I ended up making it 2 tiers, and I cut the sides of the walls off so that it has a nice flat surface for the 2nd tier to stand on. And I even made some barricades in the end out of rubble as well. Now I have to decorate all that stuff, so let's see how... Oh, that's pretty. It's pretty tough already. Yeah, it's dried up nicely. Obviously I have to use these because these look awesome. Why am I doing this? Why am I doing this? Oh yeah! Okay, let's try this out. Might have been easier with a brush, but honestly, it doesn't matter. Okay, that looks fun, okay. That sugar egg white mixture dries pretty quickly, so I've been away for like 1.5 hours, and this stuff is already really solid to the touch. If you like really push in your fingernail, you can still break it, but it's pretty solid already. So I will, and of course there need to be some kind of consoles or some kind of mechanical bits inside here, so that's like a control panel or something like that. I don't know. And of course the all important pretzel circuit. Every Imperial house has that one. Everybody knows that pretzel circuit. There you go. Imperial Christmas Planet or something. I don't know. What do you say? Oh, pretty good. Oh, there's some other stuff underneath there as well. What is this? Oh my god. It's a black cat. Cat house. This is cat house. And pretzel circuit, as I said, every Imperial house has one, so... This one is already a little bit destroyed. They were rich people in this house. They had a second pretzel circuit. That's canon now, by the way. Okay. And then I will add some rubble in here as well. Some rubbling. And then I have all of this scatter stuff as well. So we'll add some hearts and some yellow stars and shit like that. Yeah. What are they made of? Sugar. Oh. Pure sugar. Okay. Add some rubble to this one as well. I think I have to be a little bit careful with the amount of different colors I use, because it will look weird if it's just all of the colors. Right?
And I decorated a bunch more. You can see the time lapse here, how I'm adding all those gingerbread platings to the side to fortify the buildings. And obviously I had to add some candy canes as well. But the candy canes are really brittle, so some of them broke. But then I thought in the 41st millennium, obviously candy canes would break as well and would be blasted apart. So I added some broken ones. And then I was ready. And then my friend Edie and I set up the battlefield, and we were ready to get those miniatures, chocolate kill teams out there. And we made some really basic ones. They just had a leader and the other guys all had the same weapons, because we didn't want to distinguish like all those chocolate miniatures. And you can see the Ultramarines, 6 of them, and the leader has just a sugar star on his forehead to distinguish him from the others. And here's the orcs. On the bottom you can see the leader with the yellow star on his head as well. And naturally we have gummy bear objectives, and the other objectives is just kill as many of the enemy team as you can.
Fists! Heavy chopper! Yes. Chopper!
And we had some fun blasting them apart. And the cool thing is, when they are destroyed, you can eat them too.
War for the Emperor!
Nice.
Brutal battle. Fighters were blasted apart and cut to bits, but the orcs were able to capture the middle. The leader of the orcs chopped one Space Marine apart in one close combat encounter, and the orcs have the upper hand now. Chop, 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 chop.
Chop.
Der Ork war es natürlich.
Alright. I think he's dead. Yeah.
Only a few orcs were remaining and a few Space Marines, but the Space Marines tried to give them no quarter, but it was not enough in the end. The orcs focused on holding those objectives and were victorious in the end. And the warlord of the orcs said the following:
War! I mean, what can I say? In the 41st millennium, there's only war in high-calorie, dense food that is loaded with carbs. So that was a fun battle. We have not played Kill Team before against each other. I have not played this edition or the previous edition. Edie has not played this edition yet, so it was a lot of bookkeeping, a lot of looking up the rules, but it was fun, and we could snag on some enemies that we fell and chop them apart. That was really fun, and I hope you had fun as well, and we'll see you in the next one. Bye!